So this is the motherboard right here. This is the base of the computer. It gets everything started.
Yeah, it's basically the spinal cord of the computer.
Exactly, and this allows all these things to actually work and run. So okay, now put it whatever you want first.
And the CPU is basically the brain of the computer. It processes everything.
Yeah, and the CPU is made by the same company as the video card. It's made by Silicon, I believe, is one of them. It says it on there.
And the video card, like what it does, like when you're playing a video game or something, it'll like help display the graphics and give the CPU a break.
That's only if but that only happens if it's a really high-end video game, like a 3D. If it's like a lower game like Tetris, it never actually works. It doesn't even have to use itself.
And these two things are the RAM memory chips.
Those have about 6 to 8 gigabytes apiece, and they're only short storage. So when you turn off your computer, you lose what's already on there. It erases what's on the RAM.
And when you turn it back on, it'll restore it. And
I got it. There you go. There's one, and they can come all the way up to 4 of them.
Yeah.
The very complex ones. And then
this is the heat sink, I guess.
Heat sink.
Heat sink. Like what it does, the CPU will at most times get like really hot from all the processing it's doing. So the heat comes up into this. So into these little vents. And the heat is blown away by a fan so that the CPU doesn't overheat.
Yeah, if the CPU overheats, your whole entire CPU would go. It would just ruin the CPU.
Yep.
And so this is one of the most important parts for the CPU. And
then this is the fan.
No, actually, it's not the fan. That's actually the power source.
Well, this is the power source, and it has the fan in it. It'll blow away the stuff, and it keeps the computer alive with battery.
Yeah, the battery power works there, and also that is the whole entire reason the computer actually runs.
Yeah.
Without that, the whole entire computer would never turn on, or it wouldn't have any battery at all.
Yeah, it would just be.
So all this stuff would go to waste. The motherboard would never get started. None of it ever worked.
And
it's very important that these little cores get the exact amount of energy, because each one of them has different amounts.
Yep.
And if it doesn't get the right amount, it won't work.
Yeah. And this is the disk drive.
That can hold on to DVDs, CDs, all the good stuff like that.
Yeah, and video games. Don't forget video games.
Never forget about those.
And this right here is the hard drive. It has the ROM memory in it, and basically stores all the settings of the computer.
Yeah, the RAM. That's not. Wait, no, that's the hard drive.
Yeah,
it
has a ROM memory in it.
That is like that has. If it's a good one, it'll have all the way up to 2 terabytes worth of hard drive, and that is long term. So it'll always have your stuff on it. That's why you can remove that from one computer and bring it around. That's how you can switch from one hard drive to another hard drive with all your good stuff on it. And then we have to have the Ethernet cable over there.
Yeah,
That's a short one. Normally they're much longer. No, we can use this. That's a shorter one than what it normally will be. It'll connect all the way up there to your server. It would go underneath all this ground, and for ours it'd go underneath the ground and come through that wall and come into our servers.
So
our servers,
it's basically wired internet.
Yep, that's how you get your internet here. Then plug it in.
And
Over here. And we have our mouse and keyboard on over there.
yeah,
There's not too much to talk about because they're kind of straightforward.
this types words and like does
Letters.
commands like Control Delete. This moves the like trigger around so that you can like click on stuff.
There, now let's connect them.
And they're connected by this thing called USB, which everything is connected by.
So now we just created our whole computer.
Yeah.
And yep, we're all done.